Good morning. Hey, I hope everyone's doing good. And thank you so much for joining me today. We've got a lot of cool stuff going on. We're going to be looking at the governor's new order. We're going to check out current scams that are going on, which, there's always someone, but you need to be aware of it. We're going to check out some houses and do some virtual tours on a few properties, a couple of our own, a couple of guest properties. And we're going to do, and this will be the fun part of this whole thing, we will be doing a home improvements that make you say, what? All of this will be on today's show. And a couple of things before we get going. Remember, we're here for you. And I've had a couple people question how I'm able to come into the studio. We are practicing social distancing. There is no one else coming in here, but I wanted to be with you. I wanted to reach out to you. This show is all going to be about positive stuff and having a little bit of fun because my goodness, if you've been looking at the news or on social media, it's just so negative. I want to bring a little positive into your life. So hopefully you enjoy it. Keep in mind, I'm doing all this myself here. I don't have an engineer here. So I've said it before, it's like the NASCAR. There will be mistakes. Enjoy them. Perfection will not be achieved today. But thanks again for joining me. And once again, we're going to have some pretty cool stuff going on. But let's get started. All right. Well, we're going to start off right off the bat, and we're going to look at the governor's had some new orders come out, which will be, we're going to kind of touch on them a little bit. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at them. And the way I kind of look at this is there's some things, this is new for everyone, including our leaders, and I'm going to be taking these on and off and trying to watch these monitors because, quite frankly, they're uncomfortable. But the governor has a couple of things. Let's take a look at them that you should be aware of. Some you're going to look at positive. Some you're going to look at why. And some you're going to go, whew, thank goodness. And we'll see which ones are which. But let's first take a long look, and then we're going to surmise it. So this is the new Governor's Executive Order 2020. And all kinds of answers in here. I'm going to just touch on a couple. Does Executive Order 2020-42 prohibit persons from engaging in outdoor activities that are protected by the First Amendment rights? So, what exactly is that? Well, the First Amendment rights, they allow us to gather, so like freedom of religion, expression, assembly, and the right to petition. So that right to assembly, and that's why you'll see where the governor is saying that, hey, churches can get together, but they don't recommend it. And you'll hear the president say, churches can get together, but we don't recommend it. It's because it's part of the Constitution. So that's that. And all the churches I know of, they're not getting together. We're getting together online, which is pretty cool. So Sunday, there's a lot of good churches that for Easter Sunday, tomorrow, if you want to tune in, you can definitely do that. It's really quite cool. Now let's check out a couple more of these. So the one that I thought was pretty interesting, and I'm calling it the sorry, honey, you cannot do a honey-do list right now. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you've recently went into Home Depot, and let's say you're thinking about getting some jobs done, you may very well see this. So they're requiring large stores like Home Depot and such to tape off non-essential areas. So such as selling paint, flooring, and outdoor gardening center. All across America or all across Michigan, when this came out, many a person went, honey, I've been trying to get to that, but the governor said no, so I can't do it. Now, there are other things in there that you can get to for necessary repairs. Everything comes down to safety, and basically, it's coming down to where, if it's necessary. So if you read through this thing, almost all of it is if it's necessary. Let's look at a couple more. Don't go up north. Travel between your primary home and secondary home is prohibitive. They have cut that out. So what's that mean? Well, basically what they're saying is, look, if you're downstate, stay downstate. If you have a secondary home, if you're there, stay there. And up north, the municipalities up north are saying, listen, don't come up here. Our medical facilities and resources are limited, and that is something to keep in mind. So the medical resources are limited, so if you want to be up there, it may or may not be a good idea. Now, the next thing that they've done is they're allowing liquor and lottery. That's right. If you're looking for a stock to buy after the coronavirus, the ones I'm looking at are Weight Watchers, and if AA was a stock, I'd probably buy that too. From being trapped in home, I see a lot of people on social media putting out some awesome looking dishes, so people are eating pretty good. But liquor and lottery tickets will still be flowing. Landscape businesses are still closed. They don't feel it adheres to the health and necessity of getting things going. Let's see. Golf clubs can open. And matter of fact, Monday, for those of you who've participated in our Rotary golf outing annually, and we've been doing it for, 17, 18 years, we're postponing it. We're going to put details out on Monday or Tuesday, letting you know. And we are going to have the opportunity, our local Rotary Club, which I'm a part of, if you know Brian on my team, he's a part of, Nick on my team, he's a part of. We believe in giving back. We are going to have an opportunity. We are trying to raise thousands and thousands of dollars to buy much needed supplies for local hospitals. So PPEs, personal protection equipment, things of that nature. And our Rotary Club is willing to, as of yesterday, match up to $2,000 in donations that'll go directly to buying supplies and directly towards the PPE equipment for our local hospitals and responders, which is greatly necessary. And we'll have more information on that on Monday or Tuesday. Now, later on when we get to scams, we're going to talk a little bit about that. All right, what else is going on here? Gun store shooting ranges still closed. I personally, whether you're a gun enthusiast or not, I personally am. I thought that was funny that is one of the Q&As in the governor's orders. So I guess a lot of people are calling in saying, hey, I'm home. Hey, Kelly, Kevin, thanks for watching. I see you popped in here. You guys are awesome. But I found it humorous that a lot of people are saying, look, I'm stuck at home. I need to buy a gun. And keep in mind, the whole thing we're doing here today, we're not getting into politics. We're not getting into all this craziness. You may agree, disagree, that's fine. This is just to have a little fun. Next, outdoor activities. What can we do outdoors? Well, you can go for a walk, which I've seen a lot of people walking. Now, parents, if you have a young teenage boy who is going out for a walk and says they are not meeting up with anyone, I can tell you this. When I have traveled about, I have seen a lot of young teenage boys and teenage girls walking down the street holding hands. If you are from the same family, you need to talk to them. If they are not from the same family, you need to talk to them. But let's look at what we can do outside. You can go for walks. You can go for bike rides. I'm trying to get up there. And it's down a little lower. You can go kayaking. You can go sailboating. As long as you don't have anyone on your kayak that isn't a member of your household. Now, I do enjoy kayaking. I've kayaked a lot. And it's not too often as I'm kayaking, I go say, hey, feel like jumping on my boat? But what you cannot do is go motor boating. So we are in the Great Lakes state in Michigan. We are no farther than 8 miles away, no matter where you're at in Michigan, to a lake. So boating activities you can do as long as it's a kayak or sailboat, but you cannot have anyone else on your boat with you. This was one of my favorite ones here that I thought it was really good that it was in the Q&A section, meaning that enough people asked about it that you had to promote it. This one here. Are massage spas allowed to be open to serve members of the public under the executive offer? Really? Of course not. They just aren't. And there's many, many more over here. Here's the boating one. I'm just flipping through that real quick. Some other executive orders here is traveling. Now, one of the things I've heard about, and I've had a couple of people say to me that, the police would be pulling you over if they see you driving. I read an article from the Police Association here in Michigan. They're not going to be pulling you over. There is a couple of, it's a secondary misdemeanor if you're out doing things. So your kids, if they're out hanging out with a group of kids, could they get a misdemeanor? Absolutely. And then there's a secondary where I think it's a $1,000 fine. So that's something to keep in mind. Definitely let's keep in contact with our kids, know what they're doing, and go from there. But the orders overall, pretty simplistic. I know a lot of people are curious and why, like this one, can pool or spa stores remain open to the public? Nope. Car washes? Nope. Hunting, shooting, or target sports? Nope. Not necessary. We have to work together to get this thing down, and I think the vast majority of people are. Golf courses? No. Hardware stores? Under those things. Workers that... So all kinds of things here that we can and cannot do, but as long as we work together, this will go away. We will get past this. And most people, I think they've got this. Now, have you ever wondered where the word quarantine comes from? Well, I've prepared this for you. Have you ever wondered where the word quarantine, and you may have just heard that a second. Let me get this ready. But if you know where the word quarantine came from, go ahead and put it in the comments. And do me a favor, if you can share or like this, it would be greatly appreciated. And hopefully we're not going in and out. I know there's been all kinds of internet things going on. But let's see where the word quarantine comes from. Have you ever wondered where the word quarantine came from? A 17th century Venetian variant of the Italian quaranta giorni. If you know Italian, you know I said that wrong. Indicating the period when all ships were required to be isolated. Carnival Cruise Lines had nothing on these guys. Before passengers and crews could go ashore during the Black Death Plague epidemic, imagine that, 40 days they had to stay in harbor. This historical fact brought to you by the Rich Sparks team of Keller Williams. Did you know that? I thought that was pretty cool. I had no idea where the word came from. Actually, my son did. And he made a point to let me know that he knew and I did not. So that's kind of cool. And we're going to be looking at a couple other things here. And definitely you want to stick around for the scams that are going on. It's real important everyone knows about these because there's always those opportunists that come into play that want to make a buck off of other people's misery. There's a special place and you know where for those folks. But let me get this queued up. We are going to check out a property. Now, this is Walker Court. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo in Washington Township. Kind of the neat things about this property is within 10 miles, there are 25 golf courses. Now, those golf courses are all closed right now, but guaranteed they'll be open again one day. Within 10 miles, you have 6 parks. Within 10 miles, you have 1 dog park. Humans required. And just like every place else in Michigan, within 10 miles, there is a lake. But if you're looking for condo living, 3 bedrooms, it's been pretty well maintained. Updated furnace, newer roof. I do love these solid wood doors. I think these are very cool. This is the master suite. Good size, nice walk-in closet. But if you want details on this property, give us a call. Area code 248-923-5500. Or direct message us now. We'll set up and really go through it with you. That's 248-923-5500. So that's Walker Court. And probably at this point in time, you're thinking, well, Rich, real estate's not part of those necessary things. And you're absolutely right. We do work with buyers and sellers right now. And matter of fact, I do want to let you know, we are going to be starting an online home buying seminar and online how to get your house ready to sell for when the things turn around. But real estate is going on right now. Basically, there's a few things we have to do to stay within the guidelines of the law and to ensure the protection of our clients' health and safety. But it is a possibility. If it's something you're interested in, give us a call. If it's something you're looking to wait on, totally understand. Give us a call and let's get you plugged into those upcoming online trainings because we want you, oh my goodness, to maximize the sale price of your home and when you're purchasing a home. But let's look at what's going on in the market right now. And let's pull you over here. Okay, we are in InfoSparks. Everything you need to know about real estate can always be found in InfoSparks. So a couple things we're going to look at right now is new listings on the market. Look at that line. Why, yes, it dropped down dramatically. But we're going to go over here real quick to our other MLS, and we're going to go pendings. And let's just go back the last 14 days. So is real estate still taking place in the Metro Detroit area? In the last 14 days, you can see down here, 357 homes went pending. That's condos and regular residential within the entire MLS service area. So things are still going on. And let's take a look at homes for sale. Obviously, they've declined quite a bit. A lot of people did go ahead, put their property on conditional showings, unconditional withdrawals, conditional withdrawals, and they've removed their house from that market. But if you're looking to purchase a home, keep in mind, we can reach out to some of those folks, the agents, because there was a lot of fear factor going on. Now, the way the process is going currently is, and it's very, very simple. People are purchasing homes, and we've had two happen to us here in the last couple of weeks via video. We've set up some other systems in place where you can go through the property virtually. Once you've got an accepted offer, at that point in time, you can go into the property and do a walkthrough prior to all the other contingencies moving forward. And this is according to our MLS board rules. So things are going on. Let me switch over here. Take you back to the screen. And you can see in March, this will be updating soon here for April. But March, these are the closed sales in the entire Metro Detroit area, in the entire MLS zone. 86,595 in March. I'm just curious. So almost the same as last year. Almost the same. So that's kind of what's going on in the market, that the market's still going. Is it booming? Can you go out and look at houses? No. Should you currently let a real estate agent come into your property for photos and video? According to Michigan, no. But there are ways to work around that, and we've been working with sellers. As a matter of fact, next week, I'm going to kind of give you some tips and tricks. I'll shoot a video on how to do good video of your property, because some of the videos that people have sent us, we can't use. They're too shaky. You know, get you a little seasick, right? We don't want anyone to get seasick. So now the big question next is, okay, with everything going on here, are we going to see another housing crash? Well, I don't have a crystal ball. I can only go by what experts are saying. So I've got to take these off because they're driving me mad. But I can only go by what experts are saying. And so I've put together this little video for you, that the 5 reasons why we're probably not going to have another housing crash. Let's take a look at it and see if it makes sense for you. So you think this is like the last time? Here's a few graphs to show you it's not. With growing uncertainty surrounding COVID-19 and the world markets, are we headed for another housing crash? Here's how today's real estate market is nothing like it was in 2008. Since the housing bubble, it's become a lot harder to qualify for a mortgage. Back then, they were handing it out like bubblegum. Now, it's a little difficult. Compared to years leading up to the bubble, price appreciation is stable, not out of control. Average back then was 9%. Now the average is closer to 5%. Last time we had an oversupply of homes on the market. This time we have an undersupply. 8.2 months worth of inventory 2007, 3.1 today. Today, much less of the average family's monthly income is going towards mortgage payments. Leading up to the bubble, homeowners used their houses like an ATM machine. Today, equity is handled much more cautiously. $824 billion takeout. Yikes. And if you have any concerns or questions about today's housing market, let's connect. Give us a call. We're always available. Today, much less of the average. So those are some of the facts that are going on about the housing market, what's going on with it. But what's your opinion? What do you think? Do you think we are going to go into another housing crash? Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I see some of these folks running around going, hey, everything's fine. Well, no, we have some struggles and difficulties, and it depends on how long they go on. For instance, unemployment is high, but a lot of that is based on a temporary shutdown for a lot of places. So depending on how long it takes will impact the housing market. The nice thing, once again, with this housing market is it's not being caused by the housing market. So what do you think? That's a real positive. And here again, let us know. Hit us up in the comments of what you think. I know we've got a lot of people. I have investors reaching out to me that want to put some crazy lowball pricing on houses, and the sellers are using a wonderful script I gave them. They look directly at it and they say, the nice thing, once again, with this housing market is it's not being caused by the housing market. So, what do you think? All right. That's a real positive. Got my notes here. Here again, I'm a one-man show in here today. So you can't paint your kitchen. You can't go motorboating. What can you do with your free time? Well, this is something that I think is fantastic. This little book here called My Life Directory. What exactly is that? It's just getting organized. We have so many people that we go to help, elderly, baby boomers, doing probate, doing estate, and we work in that quite a bit. We have so many folks where they just don't know where things are at. So what do you do in that kind of situation? This is something that I think is fantastic. The best thing you can do is to get your together. I'll let you fill in that blank. Now, this fellow, his name is Neil Hitz, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about it. Hi, this is Rich Sparks, and we all come to this situation. You're trying to help a loved one, and you can't find the information you need to make good decisions for them. Well, luckily, Neil Hitz came up with an awesome solution. Neil, could you tell us about it?
Thanks, Rich. Since I launched My Life Directory, it has helped over thousands of people across the U.S. The directory is a simple booklet or PDF that guides you to enter the location of all the important documents and personal and business contacts you use to manage your life. When there's an interruption, whether it's temporary or permanent, your spouse and family knows where to go to find everything. The directory has over 100 topics and thought starters to guide you. I recommend everyone check out mylifedirectory.com.
Excellent. And can you just tell us 2 or 3 things that someone would put into this book?
Well, Rich, things like tax returns, deeds, lease agreements, birth and military records, prescriptions, plus the regular tax and insurance and legal documents.
Very good. So if you're looking to get a copy of this, where could someone get a copy of My Life Directory?
It's very easy. mylifedirectory.com.
Well, thank you much, Neil. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Well, that's mylifedirectory.com. If it's something you're interested in, I highly suggest it, because realistically, one of the best gifts you can give your loved ones is being organized. During this time as we're reflecting, this is not a bad thing to do. Very inexpensive. You can go to his website. Man, it's like $10 or something. You can check it out there. I know he has a sale going on right now during this time period, but something I think you really should check out and look into. Get organized, get your things together, enjoy time with your family. We've played more board games and this and that. It's actually been pretty cool. That part. Now, there are some parts that aren't so cool. Very inexpensive. And I'm sure it's the same way in everyone's house, but you just got to keep smiling, right? Well, we're going to check out another property here. This is a guest property, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. Well, let's check it out here. Get organized, get your things together, enjoy time with your family. We've played more board games and this and that. It's actually been pretty cool. That part. Now, there are some parts that aren't so cool. So this property here is located in Northville, Asking price on is $1,575,000. A lot going on here. Let me turn down this music a tad so you can hear me. A lot going on here. 6 bedrooms, 3.2 baths, 15 rooms in total. It is on 1.36 acres of land. Now that it's 2x6 construction, and that's almost like a faux log cabin thing, and that's really what you want. Very conveniently located. The 2x6 construction will give you extra insulation. How do you like that railing, though? That's pretty cool. I knew you'd dig it. So you're going to get that rustic feel. Look at this. Within 10 miles, 41 golf courses. And you've heard me say this before. All homes are within 8 miles. But you're in one of the top communities in the nation, in Northville, and it really gives you this up north feel while enjoying just extreme luxury. You have a lot of maple and hickory flooring throughout. Cedar shake roof on this property. I do like the kitchen. I like the butcher block. And I really like that Thermador range over there. I could do some serious cooking on that. If you're interested in getting more information on this property, DM us or give us a call. We'll take you through the full scenario. And this house is available right now for $1,575,000. I could do some serious cooking on that. If you're interested in getting more information on this property, DM us or give us a call. We'll take you through the full scenario. And this house is available right now for $1,575,000. Well, that's interesting. Okay. I think I was catching up on this. Oh, that's what's going on here. Someone was saying, hey, there's another video playing in the background. They just text me. It's because my phone Bluetooth to this device, and that way you were hearing a double video. I do apologize about that. But speaking of which, hey, if you're doing something really super cool right now at home, feel free to give me a call. Let's talk about it. Put it on here. Once again, this show is more for fun than anything. So you can give me a call at 248-214-4105, 248-214-4105. And I did tell you that, hey, I want to make sure that's off here. I did tell you, hey, this is like NASCAR. With one person running this, things are going to happen. So I do apologize about that double sound. And let's just keep moving on, shall we? So what's going on with these scams? People are going out in droves. Just, you know, it's at the end of the day, it just comes down to that there are some serious self-serving people. And matter of fact, as you're sitting here with your family, your actions, your kids are watching these. So if you're keeping a positive attitude, you're instilling in them, hey, the way to get through this is a positive attitude. But before we get any further, let's take a look at scams that you need to know about. Whenever there's an emergency, there's always going to be someone who's taking advantage of it. And that's right, Karen. If you own more than 1,000 rolls of toilet paper, it's you. But let's talk a little bit about these scams so you're aware of it. Right off the bat, what you may be experiencing here is a stimulus check scam. So the IRS is heavily looking into this. Basically, you may receive a call or an email using the word stimulus check or stimulus payment. The term the government utilizes is economic impact payment. They might ask you to send money. This is kind of an old thing. Send money, do this, do that, or simply update your banking account so they can direct deposit it in your bank. It's a scam. You have to be crazy careful. Now, the other thing that they're doing is they're sending out a fake check. Then they're following up a phone call. So you'll literally get a check that's going to look very, very similar to the U.S. government. And then they're going to contact you and say, oh, in order to cash this check, you have to do this, give us these numbers, give us your social security number. You want to make sure you protect yourself. If it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. I wanted to pull up this. Other things that are going on. You may get contacted where the individual says, we can expedite this process on your behalf for the low, low fee of this. And they're going to give you some ridiculous low amount. They're going to say something like $5. Now, the $5, you would think, well, it's only $5. But once you give them your credit card information, that bill's going to go skyrocketing. So you just want to be very careful. And this time, there's always going to be people who want to take advantage of others during a time of crisis. And this is a time of crisis. So just be careful. Another one is the coronavirus scam. And I'm going to pull this back up because I want to show you this website. I'm going to pull that up and mute it. And I can just mute it this way. But they're setting up websites that are telling you that, let me find this picture here because it's really amazing. They do such a good job right here. So this was a website that actually was shut down. And what they were doing is they were saying they were from the World Health Organization selling. And you like the little today, it almost looks like it's a news broadcast. It looks very seriously. They've got, Congress or something going on back here. Testing capacity is failing. All this really interesting stuff they got going on here. And they're selling this for the low, low price of $4.95. Let me see if it pops up here. Nope. For the low, low price of $4.95. You want to talk, if you have an elderly person, not saying that, they're dumb or anything, but they're not maybe as wise as this. You might want to reach out to them and let them know that you could see this on a website, and they're shutting down tons of these. This coronavirus medical kit, vaccine kits are just $4.95 plus shipping. Sounds like a great deal, right? You want to check to make sure you don't have this virus. And you give them that credit card, and that's it. Tens of thousands of dollars, whatever they can charge on it, they're going to charge. You want to independently verify the identity of any company or charity. Lots of charities reaching out right now saying, hey, give us this, give us that to help the front line. Earlier in the show, I mentioned a similar thing, but we're with the Rotary, Sterling Heights Rotary Club, been around forever and a day. We have a 5-star rating on Charity Check. Those are the things you want to look at. Just be careful. Everyone's got good hearts. You want to help out. You want to be part of the solution, except for you people hoarding the toilet paper. Stop it. But you just want to check to make sure that they're actually a good company. If you come across a company that you're thinking it's, this might be a scam, this is who you contact. The call center for disaster fraud hotline, 866-720-5721. Give them a call. They will check it out, but you definitely want to do those things. And I want to show you some of the other things here. Let me pull up a Word doc just so you can see. So some of the key things you want to look for, and it's going to give you a little heads up on, and I'm going to give you a good tip on passwords also here. So I'm going to flop back over to the simple Word doc. So scammers will often use websites that differ just slightly from a legal site. So like cdc.org. What do you think? Does that look pretty legit? You get an email from the cdc.org. Sounds pretty legit. What do you think it should be? Write a comment down below. Do you think .org is the correct one? If you said no, you're absolutely right. How about if you seen cdc.com? Well, if you said no, you would be absolutely right again. What if you saw cdc.gov.org? Does that seem a little more legitimate to you? Possibly. But here again, that's a scam. What it's always going to be is cdc.gov. Now, why would they want you to open these emails? What can they do from it? A few things they can do is they can actually put on your computer what's called a keylogger and follow your keystroke. So let's say you open that because of cdc.gov or -gov.org. You open up to read the article. They install this keylogger onto your PC. Now they can watch your keystrokes. So let's say the next day you go in to pay bills. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if it was me being the scammer here, I'd send this out right before the end of the month because most people are paying their bills online that first week. They get your account numbers and away they go. The other thing they do is data mining, or just installing malware. Be very, very careful of attachments. Be very, very wary of charities doing phone solicitation. And be careful about investment opportunities. Like I said, now I'm getting shaggy here. So next week we have to do see what hairstyles are coming up with the coronavirus. But you want to make sure that before you give your money, it's a real charity. And this is a good time to give if you can. You want to make sure that the stuff you're hearing is correct. I mean, that website looked pretty daggone good, I thought. It was amazing how well it was. Now, this wasn't part of it, but I'm going to give you a little tip on how to pick your passwords. Should your password be 1234? Absolutely not. But I don't know about you, but I have the hardest time remembering all the different passwords that I need to have. So let me see here. Oh, don't mind them. That's something else I'm doing. Someone just said that video is still going. I don't think it is. I can't see it going anywhere. But anyway, here's a good tip for a password. So let's say you take your favorite song and put it in here. So we'll go. I know it's Easter weekend, but I do like this song. And then go through and change it. So the I kind of looks like a 1. We'll do 1. The A kind of looks like a 2 to me. Oh, that's obvious. We'll do 0 HE 1 1. So now that would be my new password. And if you have that kind of code in your mind, it's pretty easy. That's a heck of a password. That's a much better password than I love blah, 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 or my favorite kid is blah, blah, blah. Don't mind me. So that's a tip on how to do a password. Just take your favorite song, saying, good to the last drop. And then go through and those letters that look like 1s or 0s or 5s or 9s or whatever key you want, switch them out, be consistent. Now you can change your passwords. They're much more encrypted, much easier to do, and much harder for all those scammers. So do be safe out there. There are a ton of scams going on, and I do not want to see you get scammed. Okay. Let's take a quick look at another property here. This one we're going to be going on. Here, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Let me get it pulled up here. No fancy music on this one. I apologize. This one is a property located in Troy, Michigan for $549,000. Let's take a look at it. Now, there's some cool things about this particular property. One of it is location. You've all heard location, location, location. This one's located south of Big Beaver Road and east of Adams. This property is almost 2,600 square foot, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. You are conveniently located to downtown Birmingham. So one of the cool things about this is a Troy property, but it does feature Birmingham schools. So that's a huge bonus. You get the benefits of Birmingham without the taxes of Birmingham. And I'm always about that. This property does have a new roof in 2017, new carpeting. Kitchen's been updated with some granite countertops. Looks like glass tile backsplash. So I have some nice updates. The flooring looks new on here. Now, I do like this little arch. I always like this barrel type roof. Just something with a little architectural detail. That's kind of cool. Looks like it has newer windows. Looks like a gas fireplace below. And if that TV's not large enough, it looks like you can get a little bigger one up there. I think it would probably be fine. Like I said, new carpeting. I do like the wainscoting. Very sharp house. Like I said, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Now, different types of granite out there we'll talk about another day, but it does have granite, looks like throughout. First floor laundry. Here's that finished basement. Looks like maybe a bar down here or something. Nice backyard. Wonderful patio that you can enjoy those summer barbecues, which will be right around the corner. You can have them now with your family, but before you know it, you're going to be able to have friends over. Yes, friends. So if you are interested in this property, let us know. This is located in Troy, Michigan, by south of Big Beaver Road, east of Adams, and a list price of $549,000. Give us a call. We can find, try to get you a virtual tour, a walkthrough of it, and just keep moving along here. So now that we're home, One of the things that we have to be concerned about is our kids, right? So we have our kids, they're staying home, they're watching what we do, how we handle things, how we're acting with other people. Are we complaining and moping and groaning? Or are we saying, you know what, this is going to pass. Let's make the best of it. Everything's going to be okay. We're teaching them how to handle situations, right? So we always want to stay positive and upbeat. We want to show them the best of humanity. I mean, if you're showing them that, hey, we're going to hoard everything and it's all about me, well, when you're old and gray, they might think, hey, it's all about me. You're on your own. But there are some people around the world doing some fantastic things to really, really make it better. And here's a few I want to share with you. Let me pull this up here. These are some unsettling times, but here's a few things to keep in mind. People are coming together all over the world. Like a 17-year-old that created a website just to keep people up to date on the coronavirus. China even sent a team of medical experts and gear to help Italy. Italian soccer fans donated their ticket refunds to hospitals in need. We're an extraordinary people rising to the occasion to help one another. Hey, share how you're helping others. So what are you doing that's making it a little better? Are you helping a neighbor? Are you giving a smile and a wave? Are you keeping a cheerful attitude? I'm sure most of you are, and I've seen some really positive stuff. But what I would say is you really push it right now. I know it impacts your kids, whether they're teenagers, it impacts your spouse. That attitude, we always have that transference, whether it's a transference of excitement and joy or dread and doom. So keep positive, keep moving along. Now we're going to be checking out a couple of quick properties here. And then I'm telling you, you want to stick around for these home improvements that make you say, what? That's coming up soon. But first, we're going to check out a couple of properties and keep moving along. Da, da, da. Little musical interlude here. So this next property is located in Clinton Township. It's priced at $266,900. This is a guest listing, but let's check it out real quick here. If you know someone looking for a property in this area, have them give us a call. We will set them up and get more information and help them through the process. Let's take it over here. Located west of Moravian and south of Harrington. This property is almost 1,600 square feet, features 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. I do like the newer roof on it. Now this kitchen is pretty sharp. Love the granite they picked. There's different grades of granite. This is an upper grade. It does have the flat corner bead, it looks like. What do you guys think of this kitchen? I think they did a nice job on this one. They're going for solid flooring, it looks like, throughout. If you have allergies, this is what you want. Carpeting, whether you like it or not, it holds allergens. Like the updated light fixtures. They got the faux, giving it the kind of that rustic feel. Oh, there's a fireplace in back. How cool is that? So the flooring looks like a 3-season room back here. You'd get a lot of use out of that. I know we use ours quite a bit. Looks like they put some work into this. Here again, looks like they did a nice job updating the bathroom here. I like these light fixtures. Countertop, once again, is looking really sharp. Hey, looks like they have a little salon here, or looks massage table, but they are out of business right now. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. So if you are interested in this property, give us a call. We will get more information for you. I do want to check out this one also. Come on, buddy. And this one, 34,250. This one's 218,900. Located in Clinton Township also. Just below 1,400 square feet. Newer furnace and roof. Let's check it out. Looks like the windows were updated at some point. They do have vinyl windows here. It was built in 1994, so probably not. They're probably original to the home. Looks like a really clean house. Do like the cathedral ceiling. Oh, that's pretty cool. What do you guys think of that little arched window up here? That adds a little architectural detail just to break things up a little bit. Looks like a little eating countertop there. Kind of like this box system too. Here again, just adds a little flavor to the house. I get tired of houses all looking the same. Very clean looking house with a master bathroom. That's pretty nice. Ranch style home. So if stairs are no longer your friend, this might be a house to consider. Overall, pretty solid looking house. Nice backyard. Some good privacy back there. All right. If you are interested in this Clinton Township home, priced at $218,900, would like to learn more about it, give us a call. Area code 248-923-5500, or you can just DM us now or send me an email at rich@richsparks.com. We'll get you to the proper person so that you can get more information on it. Now, keep in mind also out there, if you are in the market for buying a home, we have a large shadow inventory going on right now. Properties that you're not going to find on Zillow, properties you're not going to find on MLS. Give us a call. We can tell you more about that. But let me get out of here. And this is the part I've been waiting for, because when I saw this, it just made me go, what? Home improvements. So when you are thinking about home improvements and what to do, here's some home improvements where people must have watched HGTV and who knows. But let's take a look at some of these. These are home improvements that make you just say, what? Now, this one's especially nice. If you happen to run out of toilet paper like they did over here, you simply look across and say, hey, honey, can you pass the Charmin? So you know, there was someone complaining. I don't want to sound sexist. I started to say wife, but the wife was saying, look, our family's growing. We need another bathroom. And the husband said, with all the confidence in the world, hey, I'm on it. And what he came up with, oh no, doing weird things down here, is this. So number one, honey, can you pass the Charmin? We're going to have you vote on these and tell me which one you think is the worst design. Number two. Now, you might not be able to see this, but back in that shower is a toilet. Here again, I think what happened was the wife said, look, you know, with the lack of toilet paper, I want a bidet. All the French use it. It's fantastic. Got to get one. And the husband looked and said to her, honey, don't worry about it. I'm on it. And what he came up with was the poor man's bidet. At number 2, the poor man's bidet. Let's check out the next one. Okay. Mirror, mirror on the wall, on the cabinets, and everywhere. Are you that much of a narcissist? You need to see every angle of yourself while you're doing your business. Number 3, and by the way, these were from agents from around the country. We're involved in a network of agents, and we kind of share these on occasion. But mirrors on the ceiling, mirrors on the wall. This must be the Hotel California. That's the only thing I can think of. But that is way too much viewing when, But let's check out the next one. Well, this one doesn't look so bad. I mean, it's kind of weird, a toilet out in the middle of a room until you take another step. Yes, this toilet is almost in the shower. Here again, this is where the wife says, honey, I need more convenient bathroom. And the husband simply looks at her and says, I'm on it. So yes, number 4 is I don't even know what you'd call it. Location, location, location. Toilets are like houses. Location matters. But let's check out the next one. Oh my. Oh my. How would you like to walk into that room every time? Here again, I think I know what happened. Yes, that would be the case. So what happened is one day a husband and wife was sitting down. They were having a conversation. The wife said, look, I'm really concerned about Billy. He seems to be getting constipated enough, a lot. And the husband looked at her square in the eyes and goes, honey, don't worry about it. I'm on it. Because I don't know about you, but in the middle of the night, if I had to get up and go to this room, it would clean me out. So, out of all of these, which do you think is the biggest home improvement that makes you say, what? Is it number 1, please pass the Charmin? Number 2, the poor man's bidet. Number 3, mirror, mirror on the what? Number 4, location, location, location. Or number 5, the cure for constipation. Tell us, which property and home improvement do you think is the one that makes you say what the most? And listen, if you're during this time thinking about doing some home improvements to add value to your home, please contact us first. We'll let you know. Bathrooms are the number 2 best home improvements, but not if you do them that way. So I really do hope, and I appreciate you spending this time with us. I just want to give you a couple of little tips and tricks to get you past this time. Stay positive. I don't know if you can see that over there. I don't even have a good angle for it. But up on my board over there, I have the simple word together. We're all going through this together. Let's be helpful and happy with each other. We're all going through trials and tribulations. If you are in need, please reach out to a member, a loved one, someone, so that you can get by this situation. Be kind to others. And don't forget to practice these tips to keep you healthy and happy.
Stuck at home? Wondering what to do? Here's a few tips from the Rich Sparks team to you to keep you busy. 1, keep your body moving. Do a little workout. Secondly, read a book or take an online learning class. We're going to have home buying and home selling seminars. Clean up all those places you've wished and catch up with friends and family. These are tips from the Rich Sparks team, hoping it makes things a little easier for you.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me this hour. I hope you got a few laughs. Hope you had a little bit of a good time. Share we are going to try to do some more things just to kind of keep this community going. Take care of yourself. Keep smiling. This will pass. And remember, whatever you do, just, what do we got going here? Make the best out of all situations. This will be past. This is Rich Sparks, Keller Williams Realty, the Rich Sparks team, and wishing you a great Easter and week to come. We'll talk to you later. See ya.